X Factor is now days away from premiering. What do you really feel is the biggest lesson you learned from season 1?
Well, I think what I didn't realize until I was over making season 1 is just how many of these shows were on in 1 year, and we were kind of like the last one, and I thought this is just too crowded. So we were kind of forced to make the show which I'd always planned to make, which is it has to look completely different from last year. It has to look completely different from every other show, and it has to be told, the show, through the contestants' eyes rather than the producers or the judges, which is the traditional way of making one of these shows, and to let the cameras go further back so you actually see behind the scenes how the contestants interact with each other, how they prepare for the auditions, how they deal with the auditions, and what they're really like with each other. Not what we normally see when they come out and tell me they love each other and this and that.
Right.
The truth is, they're very, very competitive with each other, and in some cases, vile with each other. So you as a viewer kind of have much more of an emotion towards someone coming out than you did before. That could be liking them, or in some cases, hating them.
And do you feel that was one of the benefits of not having a host so far?
A host would have got in the way. And interestingly, this is the first time we've ever done this. We've done it without a voiceover. So the show is told in a completely different way. For me, it's the best show we've ever made. And it feels a new decade show compared to what we've been making historically.
Well, I mean, the commercials have been everywhere, and I got to see a little sneak peek of it, the 11-minute sample that you guys sent out. And I was really surprised that one of the most talented contestants I think I've seen, a young contestant that we've seen in TV in a while, hasn't been shown on the commercials so far. So is that a choice for you guys kind of to hide her as a surprise? Or do we have a lot of big talent yet to be seen in these promos?
There's a lot. I mean, you don't want to show everything.
Right.
And a lot of the stuff which is difficult to show in the small parts, there's a story attached. And I think you have to connect with the story as well to really understand what this audition's all about, which is much easier to do on the main show. Yeah, but there's a lot we haven't shown.
And how do you feel the panel dynamic has changed with Britney and Demi?
It's a different show. Britney brings something which I've never really experienced before, which is this unbelievable star power she brings. And there's a mystique about her, and there's an unpredictability about her. And she's actually fearless. I mean, she just doesn't care. She doesn't care about disagreeing with us. She doesn't care about giving somebody a no. She's very difficult to please. But then when she loves someone, she loves them. Demi, 19 years old, much closer to the people who watch this show in terms of an age. And she's a brat. But I think it needed that. So it is a very, very different show to what we made last year.
Yeah. Was there a favorite audition city that you're really excited for viewers to see?
They all bring something. Greensboro was good. Providence I loved. San Francisco was wacky. And Austin, similar to San Francisco. But they all had great and actually terrible moments. I mean, the bad when they're bad on this show are unbelievable.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you kind of expect that.
Yeah, it comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory.